afternoon and welcome back to TMNtv News. I'm Liz Steck and the date is October 31st, 2022. Happy Halloween, Tigers! First, we have some national and international news. On Friday, the Speaker of the House's husband, Paul Pelosi, was brutally attacked in their home in San Francisco. The suspect allegedly was trying to assassinate the Speaker, however, she was in Washington, D.C. at the time. During the attack, police say the suspect, now identified as David Wayne DePape, assaulted Paul Pelosi with a hammer. Paul Pelosi sustained many head injuries and is currently in surgery for his wounds. The attack has started a lot of conversations about its connection to the January 6th riot and conspiracies. Elon Musk, the new owner of Twitter, tweeted a link to a baseless conspiracy about Paul Pelosi's role in his own attack. He later deleted the tweet. And speaking of social media, the company Meta has just been ordered to pay $10.5 million for repeatedly violating finance disclosure laws. This is just the top of the $25 million fine issued by Judge Douglas North of King County in Washington state. The Seattle Times reports this case being one of the largest campaign finance fines in U.S. history. Meta has 30 days to pay the fine, with the money going to the State Public Disclosure Commission, which helps enforce campaign finance laws. Meta has said it is assessing its options regarding the ruling. Over the weekend, tragedy struck in South Korea as more than 150 people were killed in a stampede during a Halloween celebration. The victims were crushed when a huge crowd surged into an alley in a nightlife area of the neighborhood of Itaewon. President Yoon Suk-yeol has implemented a week-long mourning period, and local governments around the country have set up mourning sites. The police have launched an investigation into the incident. Witnesses have said there was no preparation or safety measures put in place. Hong Ki-hee-young, chief of the agency's Public Order Management Bureau, the police failure to predict mass casualties, and expressed regrets about their judgment. And in on-campus news, college Republicans and young Democrats participated in a debate on Tuesday. Gun violence, the governor's race, and the cost of higher education were some of the main focuses of the night. Nick McCoy has more on the story.
The annual political smackdown took place on October 25th, starting at around 7 p.m. inside the Black and Gold Room in the Memorial Union. It was organized by Pi Sigma Alpha, the Political Science Honor Society. The event was free for people to come and attend, with pizza being provided by the American Democracy Project. The event itself was an hour-and-a-half-long debate between the Young Democrats of America and the College Republicans, where they each gave their thoughts and challenged each other on various political issues. This included student loans, gun restrictions, abortion, and foreign policy. When asked what steps can be taken to increase democracy in today's age, College Republican Noah Erickson gave his passionate response.
America is succeeding all over the world. We once again need to look towards ourselves to do this because the rest of the world looks up to us. We are the first world country. We are the kingdom of this democracy, and we need to spread that again.
In response, Young Democrat member Skylar Zimmerman would speak his own thoughts on the topic.
I think the U.S.'s steps to strengthen democracy and strengthen democracy around the world is to increase ties with nations surrounding politically corrupt and totalitarian countries.
Next up was the topic of student loans and President Biden's loan forgiveness plan. College Republican President Alex Johnson gave this response.
I strongly believe college and attending a university is not a right. It's a privilege. I believe everyone should have a fair and adequate education. But in time with that, you have to work to go to college.
The Young Democrats, more specifically member Madison Alvers, gave her passionate response.
I come from one of the lowest incomes you can come from. I am just below the poverty line of my family. And I can understand that, yes, going to college takes blood, sweat, and tears. And I worked hard to be here. And I plan to go to Washburn in a couple of years. And no matter how hard I work to get my ACT score, no matter how many clubs I join, no matter how many volunteer hours I put into it, it doesn't mean that I can still afford a college education.
Eventually, the topic of gun violence, restrictions, and bans was discussed. College Republican Britton Haig gave this answer, specifically regarding the Uvalde, Texas shooting.
When it comes to gun violence, suicide is the biggest contributor, or more than homicides or anything like that. So there's suicide
with the idea of mental health in regards to gun violence. This is what Madison Alvers had to say.
All for the betterment of our mental health system in America, as it is something that is not as often talked about. But I think something that's important to note is, you guys have made it clear you're against handouts. Mental health is very expensive, and so is therapy. So how do you propose that we pay and make it more available for all Americans?
With the debate over, Pi Sigma Alpha President Ella Burrows, who served as the moderator for the debate, explained what she hoped students would take away from the political smackdown.
I hope that students take away that it's really important for them to be engaged politically, and that we really hope that they do join either the Young Democrats or the Young Republicans, and that they really become engaged on campus and aware of the issues that are surrounding us as college students.
A yearly event on campus, the political smackdown is not only intended to promote healthy political discourse, but also to motivate students to get involved politically and to join either side of the political space. With Tiger Media Network, I am Nick McCoy.
The Hispanic American Leadership Association partnered with the new Save the Kids group here at Fort Hays to hold a Halloween bucket drive as a community service project. The combined groups made Halloween buckets filled with candies and toys to bring to children in the Hays community some holiday cheer. The buckets are set to be delivered to the Fort Hays Tiger Tots and the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization.
So tell me a little bit about Save the Kids and this bucket drive.
So my name's Holly Lindenberger. I'm the president of Save the Kids. We're a brand new organization we started last year, and basically we help kids in the Hays community, and our goal is to expand in the future. So today we're collaborated with Halo, and we are creating 40 Halloween buckets, and we're filling them with candy and snacks and toys. 20 of them will go to the Fort Hays Tiger Tots, and the other 20 will go to Big Brothers Big Sisters. So we're really excited, and we're wanting to get the word out about both of our clubs so we can expand in the future.
Perfect. So tell me a little bit about this collaboration.
So yeah, like you said, I'm the president of Halo this year. We were trying to do more community service-based events this year, and I figured a great thing to do was collaborate with organizations like Save the Kids. And since I'm already part of Save the Kids, I feel like it could meet both requirements for both organizations. And the reason we chose Big Brothers Big Sisters was because I used to be a big brother, and I know a lot of the kids that they associate with may want a little treat basket because sometimes they might not be able to get.
Yeah, it's really great. It looks like we have a great turnout at this event.
Next Monday, the second ever Finding Common Ground event is being held by April Terry and Lindsay Dingle, two professors in the Criminal Justice Department. The event will start at 5 p.m. in the Black and Gold Room and provide a laid-back environment for discussions about social justice issues surrounding mental health and illness. Here's Terry on why students should participate.
But I'm sure there'll be a lot of conversation about the stigma surrounding mental health and mental illness. So I think since it impacts all of us, probably personally, even if that's just people we know, or professionally when you work in some field and you work with people struggling, I always tell people it's beneficial to know more about mental health, mental illness, and I think it'll be just laid back but also educational, so that's what I like about it.
Students are also able to participate online through Zoom. The link to the meeting room can be found on Tiger Link by searching Finding Common Ground. Temperatures will fluctuate a lot this week. We are starting off with some warmer temperatures, with Monday through Thursday being in the mid-70s to low 80s. Wednesday will be the warmest day of the week with a high of 82 degrees and a low of 59 degrees. Friday, temperatures will drop significantly to bring us to the coldest day of the week with a high of only 45 degrees and a low of 40 degrees. Scattered thunderstorms are expected. Saturday, not much warmer with a high of 49 and a low of 41. Rain is expected. Throughout the day, the sun will come out on Sunday, though, with a high of 57 and a low of 33. As always, keep up to date with this forecast. Make sure to visit kwch.com.
we know you'll love what you see here on our campus in Hayes, America.
With over 200 academic programs, small classroom sizes, and a 96% success rate, we will make sure you get the tools you need to succeed.
We are proud to offer you 120 clubs and student organizations, over 300 different intramural activities, and countless other ways to get involved here on campus.
As the most affordable four-year institution in the entire state, we are excited to offer you the best value in education anywhere. Not to mention our robust scholarship programs to help minimize that stress of paying for college.
We hope you enjoyed Tiger Nation, and we can't wait for you to see yourself here.
The average person uses around 100 gallons of water per day. With only 3% of the water on Earth being freshwater, it is important to be mindful of how much you are using. Turning off the sink while you are brushing your teeth is an easy way to conserve water. It is also important to never leave running water unattended. Replacing leaky faucets is another easy way to cut down on water usage. Also, adjusting the load size on your washing machine will ensure that water is not being wasted. Do your part to help conserve water.
Welcome back to TMNtv News. I'm Caden Sanders, here to bring you your weekly sports update. This past week, the football team was back in action as they traveled to Emporia State. The Hornets struck within a few first plays of the game, and Emporia State picked up a lopsided win, 42-14. The Tigers are back in action this Saturday for senior day against Northeastern State. The men's and women's golf team competed in the Tulsa Cup, hosted by Rogers State. With the men's team placing 8th, Maddox Mills was the top individual for the team, tying for 19th place. On the women's side of the golf team, the Tigers placed 14th as a team. The top story of the Tulsa Cup was Morgan Brasser winning the individual title with a 5 over par finish. Both teams are finished for the rest of the fall until the spring. The volleyball team competed against rival Nebraska Kearney. The Tigers won the second set against the Lopers, but UNK won the match 3-1. The Tigers were on the road at the end of the week in Missouri to take on Northwest Missouri State. The Tigers pushed the match to 5 sets, but Fort Hays would drop the match 3-2. The Tigers are back in action at home against Missouri Southern and Pitt State to finish out the regular season. The men's soccer team is gearing up for the GAC MIAA Conference Tournament as the Tigers take on the Hillcats of Rogers State once again. Rogers State and Fort Hays State competed at FHSU Soccer Stadium this past Thursday, and the teams came to a draw. This time, the teams are playing in the tournament semifinals hosted by Southern Nazarene. The match is set for 3 p.m. on Thursday. The other soccer team at Fort Hays is starting to set records for the team as the Tigers hosted one of 3 MIAA tournament matches here in Hays. The Tigers welcomed Central Oklahoma for the first round of the MIAA tournament, winning 2-0 over the Broncos. The Tigers move to the semifinals against the number 3 team in the nation, Central Missouri. And finally, the women's basketball team is getting their start to the season as the Tigers travel to Manhattan today to take on K-State for an exhibition match. That wraps up this week's sports update. You can find updates on all Fort Hays athletics throughout the week on TigerMediaNet.com. And now we'll send it to Katie Rivera for a little Halloween fun on this week's Get Cultured with Katie.
Welcome back to Get Cultured with Katie. Obviously, I'm not in the studio today, but I'm walking around Fort Hays campus and asking students what they dressed up for Halloween.
My name's Abby, and I was Princess Peach from Mario.
My name's Alyssa McCormick, and I dressed up as an evil queen.
I'm Cheryl Duffy. I'm dressed up, as I am pretty much every year, except for the year I was Stevie Nicks, as a witch.
My name is David Schulte, and I dressed up as Young Gravy for Halloween.
Okay, hi, I'm Emma, and I was the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz one night, and I was Princess Leia the next night.
Hi, I'm Jaden Siebert, and I dressed up as Squints from The Sandlot for Halloween.
Hi, I'm Megan, and I dressed up as Hermione Granger from Harry Potter for Halloween.
My name is Megan, and I dressed up as Harry Styles one night and Padme from Star Wars.
My name is Zoe Potter, and I dressed up as Mr. Worldwide, aka Pitbull.
Teachers today are finding new ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
When you transfer to Fort Hays State University, you discover unmatched affordability, convenience, and powerfully supportive faculty and staff, all with a determination that matches yours. Complete your degree and leap forward in your life and career with Fort Hays State University Online. The best value in education anywhere.
Last Friday, by the Memorial Union and the Cats parking lot, Fort Hays State University hosted the Fall Festival. Activities at the festival included games, trunk or treat, and pumpkin decorating. Caramel apples and apple cider were provided. For more information, go to tigermedianet.com. Fort Hays faculty and staff had some Halloween fun on Friday as they dressed up and competed in a Halloween contest. Staff were given some spooky but delicious looking treats, as well as given the chance to sign up for a raffle. One group of faculty got together to go as the Scooby-Doo gang, which led to them being voted the best overall costume. To see more pictures of the event, visit tigermedianet.com. Stripes for Hope teamed up with Residential Life to put on their Pie a CAA event on Wednesday. TMN reporter Alicia Fireherm has more on the story.
Lining up in the Victory Courtyard, community assistants from around campus got pied in the face. This was part of a fundraising initiative for FHSU Stripes for Hope. I spoke with Cindy Ariza, president of Stripes for Hope, to learn more.
So today we decided to throw the event called Pie CA in the face, and it's just been done in the past, and we just teamed up with St. Jude to collect funds and raise awareness for their organization as well in the hospital. So last semester we sold t-shirts and like all the donations that we got from this event, and then just what we raised last semester from the t-shirts we donate to St. Jude, so we don't keep any of it.
Stripes for Hope teamed up with Residential Life to make this event happen.
CAs are well known, so it would attract more people, and they're just a good way to represent the university. So we just thought we could just team up with Rest Live to get the word out there and have more people involved.
Stripes for Hope meets every other Monday at 5:30 in the Trails Room of the Union. Ariza encourages all students to join and to keep up to date with them on their social media platforms. For Tiger Media Network, I'm Alicia Fireherm.
And that's a wrap on today's TMNtv News. To stay up to date with local, state, and national news, visit tigermedianet.com as well as our social media pages. Thank you for watching. I'm Liz Steck, and we'll see you next time.